But let's move forward to another temporary tax deduction, and that is car loan interest. We did kind of a preview of the tax bill about a month and a half ago, and we talked about car loan interest. This is another one that you may see online and get really excited about, that, in my opinion, is very misleading in terms of how many people will actually get to benefit from it. So, for example, maybe you're paying $500 a month, and $150 of that amount is going to interest. Well, this deduction is trying to put you in a position where certain people can claim that 150 in interest each month as a tax deduction. Now, this is another tax deduction that ends at the end of 2028, the end of our current president's term. And the way that it works is you have to first meet the income requirements. Income requirements meaning, as a joint filer, you're making less than $200,000, as a single filer, less than $100,000, and you can deduct up to $10,000 per year of the interest that you pay on your car loans. Now, this is another deduction that is joining QBI and no tax on tips and overtime, in the sense that is a deduction that you can use regardless of how you file your taxes. It is neither an above the line tax deduction nor a below the line tax deduction. It's a deduction that occurs after you have already taken those previous categories. So it's up to $10,000 in interest, but there are some very specific requirements in terms of who can claim it. It can't be a loan that you took out years ago. You can't start claiming the interest that you're paying on a loan that you took out 2 years back. It has to be a loan that was started this year or beyond, meaning between now and the end of 2028, and you can't deduct a lease payment. It also has to be a new car. And lastly, the final assembly of that car has to be in the US. Now, that does not necessarily mean that it is a US based auto dealer. It doesn't mean that you all of a sudden have to go buy like a Dodge or a Jeep. But if you combine the fact that it has to be a loan that you just got for a new car whose final assembly occurs in the US, and you have to meet the income requirements, this is not something that I see a tremendous amount of high income earners being able to access. But if it's something where maybe you're buying a car for a child who's in your home, or if you do simply happen to be in the market for a new vehicle whose final assembly occurs in the US over the next few years, this is something that is also a deduction that, combined with the ones that we're going to talk about throughout the balance of this episode, could represent a strategy you can use for a short period.